Greetings, Guardians. The Hedgehog Gamer here. It is Saturday, and apparently I goofed on my last video. I think the audio was just ridiculously low because, as far as I can tell, I raised it to like max settings now, so you should be able to hear me. My apologies for that. I was in a bit of a rush with preparing for fast. It's complicated. I'm not going to go into it. Nobody really wants to know the details, but I was rushed in the morning. Just threw the video out there and should have been more careful, but my apologies. So you probably already know where Xur is, but just in case, welcome to the Reef. Xur is back in the solar system, brought to you, of course, by the Corpus, because as we know, look, it's part of what we do, all right? We take over all marketing in every video game, okay? Now that video game technology has been developed by the Corpus, every market you go to is secretly under the control of the Corpus. I mean, even Lost Souls, all right? Demon Souls, you name it, okay? Yeah, we even trade in bottle caps, okay? So just full transparency, every market you go to is run by us, okay? Anyway, I mean, even the Nintendo stuff. Why do you think I'm wearing a Mario cap, all right? He's got a lot of gold coins, all right? He needs to spend them somewhere. So just the usual typical reminder in case you don't know, this is Destiny 1. Xur is here for 48 hours. He arrives yesterday, aka Friday, 5 a.m. New York time, and he departs tomorrow, Sunday, 5 a.m. New York time. Since it's Saturday now and it's almost 2 o'clock, you have less than 24 hours to pick up what you want. What's nice about the Reef is he's always in the same spot when he's at the Reef. Which is why they kind of updated and varietized, make things different in Destiny 2. But he's always in one spot in the Reef. He's in multiple locations in the tower. To the handful of people who never believed me, yes, it's rare when he comes up in the Reef, but he does come up in the Reef. He's got some decent stuff, fun stuff this week. Let's go over it just for the hell of it, because why not? I like to share my views on these things, all right? So first off, we got the usual stuff, all right? You got the usual curios. Ooh, I've got strange coins, which means there's only one thing I will pick up. Heavy ammo synths. You can never have enough heavy ammo synths. Do not believe my detractors who think you can't have enough. You say you can't have enough. You can never have enough. My goal is a minimum of 1,000, all right? That aside, let's see what weapons he's got, because he's got some fun stuff. All right, he's got, like, for example, Suros Regime and Basilisk's Glory. Now, Suros Regime was one of my favorite weapons of all time for a long period of time, actually. People could not understand why I was so obsessed with Suros Regime. They'd be like, you use Suros Regime in Crucible? Yeah, and I used to get kills with this thing. All right. But my reason for liking Suros Regime is because of the rate of fire and the impact, all right? This thing has got... first off, the ornament you get. The ornament you get is the Basilisk's Glory, which is the cool ornament, which is the one I have on my weapon right now, okay? Basilisk's Glory is the cool ornament. Cool. You get that if you pick it up. All right. Why I like Suros Regime wasn't for the exotic perks. It was because of the rate of fire and the impact. All right. It's got a high rate of fire, but it also has a decent impact. Most weapons with this kind of high impact rate of fire have like pathetic impact. So Suros Regime was great, especially when you're doing hard single stuff that's designed for multiple people. So like Nightfall, you want something that's going to hit hard because you're alone. So a good weapon that has a high impact, but you need powerful weapons, all right? Because you're doing this by yourself. So I always use Suros Regime. In fact, we do raids and people are like, so you have Galahorn? And I'd be like, I'd be purposely vague because I wanted to use my Suros, all right? I was bad. I won't deny it. Now, the perk for Suros Regime, the primary one, is called Suros Legacy. Look, the problem with, like I've said this before, the problem with playing Warframe is exotics in Destiny. Look, let me put it this way. Let me just change it to, there are different levels of exotic in Destiny. There is the exotic, which makes you go, yeah, this thing is an exotic. This is sweet. This is worth, being the only exotic I have equipped 100%. Then you have the exotics, which are like, all right. It got some perks. They're okay. And then you got the stuff where you go, why the hell is this goddamn thing an exotic? It should be a legendary. Suros Regime is between the two bottom categories, because basically the bottom half of each magazine deals bonus damage. That's it. And then it has a chance to return health on kill. So it's not even like Red Death, where Red Death guarantees you health returned on kill. This like it does. I've noticed it does make a difference, but it's not guaranteed. So this is like meh when it comes to exotic. All right, it's like, okay, it does bonus damage. It was one of the earlier exotics because there is a year one version of Suros Regime. So it was a year one. It was when they were, I don't know. It's kind of meh. Now, the other thing with Suros Regime is these two perks here. Okay, I don't know, correct me in the comments, if this combination is available on other weapons. I haven't seen it. I've seen them like separate, but I haven't seen them together. Let me know in the comments down below. Please comment. I do read every comment, and you'll know I've read your comment when I usually heart it, okay? Because I want people to know that I like to be engaged, okay? So comment. Sometimes I miss stuff, but I try to make sure. So like about 90% of the time, I will get to your comment, okay? Spinning up. The longer this weapon is fired, the faster it fires, and you feel it. When you shoot it, you will notice the spinning up in effect. Or you have focused fire. When zoomed, this weapon fires slower, but causes additional damage. So you have the combo. You could have either or. As I said, I've seen these perks, but I've never seen it like this. So comment down below. Let me know, am I wrong? Is it possible on legendary weapons, or is this just a Suros Regime thing? I said, honestly, I used Suros Regime for a long time until I picked up this one. This sweet, beautiful Genesis Chain, which is a raid legendary from Wrath of the Machine. And it has a similar impact and rate of fire. Once I got Genesis Chain, I pushed aside Suros Regime because, as I said, the main reason I was using Suros Regime was not for the perks. It was for the rate of fire and the impact. So once I got this, plus, look, precision kills cause the target to explode. I mean, just look at this. This is a beauty. This is a beauty. Okay, this is a work of art. All right, this is just a beauty. Look at this. All right. Okay, look at this. Look at this. When zoomed, this weapon fires slower, so it's focus fire, so it's like half a Suros Regime. But while focus fire is active, precision kills cause the target to explode. I mean, what more can you ask? Explosions. More explosions! Okay? Next, alright, so that was a bit much on Suros Regime. Next we have Mida Multi-Tool, which is another one of those on the same level as Suros Regime. It's not impressively exotic. I used to, again, use Mida Multi-Tool a lot for the exact same reason I used Suros Regime. And that is the rate of fire and the impact. They are decent rate of fire, decent impact. Honestly, I have used Mida as an alternative to a sniper rifle, so I can have a shotgun or a fusion rifle instead of a sniper rifle. The ornament you get. What is the ornament? The ornament you get is Arctic Survivalist, which is a cool one too. Both ornaments for the Mida are cool. I have the Special Ops, but you will be getting the Arctic, which just looks cool. Okay, it definitely looks cool. So as I said, Mida to me, the exotics are meh at best. Okay, I primarily used it for the rate of fire and the impact. You got this weapon, boosts move speed, and fires on a hair trigger. That's the main thing. So it basically makes you faster and fires on a hair trigger. It also has lightweight. So it makes you faster and more agile. That's the main thing about it, which is why it's really not an exotic. When it comes down to it's like, well, yeah, why is this thing an exotic? You could probably find legendary weapons with more awesome perks than the Mida Multi-Tool. I said, I tend to focus on having an exotic in my primary slot because you get far more primary ammo than everything else. So I'd rather, take advantage of the exotic perks, and I want something that's really exotic. I mean, if you want an exotic that is just impressively exotic, you go for like Zalo Supercell. That is like an impressively exotic, okay? So those are the weapons here. Then you have here, which when I did this yesterday, I was majorly disappointed. So this is super good advice. This is a machine gun that I was kind of like, all right. So it's solar damage. Okay. It's got super good advice. Missed shots may be returned to the magazine. Landed shots may be replaced in the magazine from your reserves. So basically, it either creates more ammo for you or moves ammo around. I'm sorry, but if we're going with a heavy exotic, I want explosions, all right? I want a lot of explosions. This doesn't give me explosions, all right? All I need to use is a heavy ammo set. So I'm very disappointed about this thing. Let me know in the comments below. Am I being unfair to super good advice? Because I do not feel it It is super good advice to use super good advice. I have better legendary heavy weapons than this thing. I'm majorly disappointed, okay? Let me know in the comments, all right? Hand loaded. I mean, this is just, yeah. Let me know. Comment down below. Like I said, I like reading comments. I like people correcting me, letting me know where I'm wrong. If I am wrong, I will, like I said, I want to get better, and the only way I can get better is if people tell me where I'm wrong, okay? I'm one of those people who's like, yeah, get good. I want to get good, all right? All right, next we have the usual Legacy Engram. It's really not worth it. If you are short and tight on strange coins, you really don't need the Legacy Engram. Legacy Engram will unlock a year 1 item for you. Sometimes we will unlock the year 2 at the same time. Usually my experience has been you get year 1 stuff, especially if you already have the majority of the year 2 exotics, which is in my case I do. So like, I don't know if it was here. Yeah, here it is. This is what I got when I did it the last time. I keep in mind, I did this on my hunter. So when you get a Legacy Engram, they give you an actual engram. They don't give you an item, they give you an engram. And then you go to the Cryptarch, and he decrypts it for you. And I was on my hunter character when they gave me this. So they didn't even give me a year 1 hunter item. So I don't recommend it. Unless you have, like, I know people who have said, Cat, I've got a couple thousand strange coins. I'm like, yeah, then go right ahead. If you got a couple thousand strange coins, you just do, you don't need, yeah, go right ahead. As you can see, I'm on Xbox right now. Last time I did on PlayStation. So next we have the no backup plans for the Titan, which I remember is awesome, okay? I haven't used it in a while. I have a Titan character on my PlayStation that I'm leveling up, and I will definitely be using this. Shotgun kills trigger force barrier, and force barrier's duration is increased. All right, that is just cool. Force barrier, I like it. Definitely like it. Pretty high up there. Pretty awesome. Definitely. Good one to have, but it's actually not number 1 because if I recall yesterday, the hunters have the Khepri Sting. Now, the only reason I've not been a big fan of the Khepri Sting is because that thing creeps me out. Look at that thing. That is a massive bug. For the love of God, Bungie, please, if you do nothing else, just give us an ornament to change the appearance of the Khepri Sting. That's just gross. Oh my God, that thing is just gross. But it's pretty cool, all right? I really need to use this thing more because it's really decent, all right? Especially when you're going hunter and you want to do a stealth build, invisibility. This one and the Don't Touch Me's are great. So this is Touch of Venom. I mean, this is an exotic of exoticness. This is an actual exotic where you look at it, you go, yeah, this thing makes sense. It's an exotic. Touch of Venom. Gain invisibility after crouching in place for a short time. So you crouch, you go invisible. That's great. Awesome. On top of that, melee attacking an enemy from behind while invisible delivers 4 times the damage. I mean, come on. So you sneak around invisible, you attack someone from behind, and you do 4 times the damage. That's just ridiculous. Honestly, this thing would be great in some Nightfalls. Melee attacks apply a lingering damage attack. So if you don't kill them in the initial melee attack, or if you just do melee attacks, it applies a lingering damage effect. Come on. This thing is sweet. This thing gets top bill. It creeps me out in appearance, but it is amazing, okay? I like it. This gets number 1 this week. You can say, Cat, you're biased as a hunter. Yes, I will admit to my bias, but come on. This is good. All right? Comment down below if I'm wrong, but come on. Come on. Even you hunters and war, have I not admitted when like the Tychonaut is a Titan exotic? I have admitted that is one of the best, most awesome exotics, and it is a Titan exotic. So come on. Even you warlocks and Titans can admit when a hunter has an awesome exotic. If I can do the same for you guys. Though for the warlocks, it's very few. I'm sorry, warlocks. I'm biased against warlocks. You lost self-res in Destiny 2. Finally, we have the Heart of the Praxic Fire for the warlocks. Further, decreases all ability cooldowns while Radiance is active. I'm kind of disappointed by the fact that it has to be while Radiance is active. And you get greatly increased agility. So this is a toss-up between the Titan and the Warlock. I just don't like the fact that it's while Radiance is active, but you have greater agility. I also like the name because, so the Heart of the Praxic Fire, if you play Destiny 2, this is, the Praxic Fire, my understanding is, I'm no expert, the Praxic Fire is Warlock related because I remember in Destiny 2, there was a strike. I don't think it's in the game anymore, which absolutely sucks because they got rid of Titan. I loved Titan. I absolutely loved Titan. They got rid of Titan. I was pissed. So at one point, you're talking to a guardian, and the guardian, you don't know, you never see the guardian. It's a female guardian. And at one point, she mentions the Praxic fire. And so that's how you know that this guardian you're talking to is a warlock. I remember other people talking about it and saying, yeah, we know this guardian that you never see. She sacrifices herself. Is a warlock. So Heart of the Praxic Fire, it's a warlock thing. What happened? Did you guys lose your Praxic Fire between Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, so you lost the ability to self-res? I mean, what happened there? When you really think about it, I mean, at least in the case of, like, the Arc Strider, you know, and the Blade Dancer, you know, you can be like, you don't do it anymore. You upgraded your ability as a Blade Dancer to become an Arc Strider. So, like, you could say we enhanced Blade Dancer to become an Arc Strider. Okay, because I love Arc Strider. That is basically the only class I play. But you forgot the ability to come back from the dead, Warlocks? Please tell me. Help me understand how you lost the ability to bring yourself back from the dead. Because that just seems like did every warlock all of a sudden at the same time? I mean, at least in the case of like Arc Strider, you could be like, okay, well, there maybe are some Blade Dancers out there. We just don't know them. We don't interact with them. Maybe there's some Blade Dancers. But have you all forgotten the ability to resurrect yourself from the dead? Like, as I said, the present Blade Dancers upgraded themselves to the ability of Arc Strider, because Arc Strider is definitely better than Blade Dancer. I'm sorry, look, Destiny 1 fan, but forgetting the ability to bring yourself back from the dead was not an upgrade, Warlocks. Help me to understand how you forgot that. A lot of people played Warlock just for that ability. Please, Warlocks. Anyway, this is me ragging on the Warlocks. I'm sorry, Warlocks. I always rag on you guys. You know that. I love you anyway. But I gotta rag on you sometimes, okay? I mean, the robes do look pretty cool at times. The Ram helmet, that's just messed up. That's bigger than a Corpus helmet. Once you go beyond the Corpus helmet, you just too much. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. My apologies about the audio. Let me know. The audio probably sucks right now because I hate my own voice, so I don't go back and listen to my own stuff when I should. Let me know in the comments down below. I will try this weekend look into the audio and improving it by being mature and smart and listening to my own voice. I probably will start. Anyway, hope to see you in the tower, okay? Or the origin system, or who knows where.